mysterious story.
Everyone on this list declares to have witnessed the toys acting in ways that the manufacturer never had the intention. It is up to you to make a decision whether it is a technical malfunction or spiritual activity. And here is the proof in its entirety, as presented by them. Number 15. It is believed that this interactive book starring Elmo surely assists children in potty training. Except for one, the buttons are all with no special, except for one that says something so horrible that it made the news in some areas. It appears that it is supposed to say let's try to use the potty. By contrast, it seems to say something like uh-oh, laughs, and after that, wants to know who wants to commit suicide. According to the publishers, the audio file sounds this way because of compression issues. Nevertheless, it is believed that this is a cover-up story for a batch of possessed books that was somehow released to the general public. Number 14. Consider being alone in your home when a toy begins speaking repeatedly as if someone is suddenly pressing its button. Because that's exactly what took place one day to Melinda Wolfmiller, a YouTuber, with her child's Mickey Mouse toy. She was courageous enough to have taken out her phone and began recording. Despite the fact that the toy initially makes low noises, when she mentions it, it seems to become very aggressive and begins growling in response.
Something is in the toy box is possessed.
In between snarling, it appears that the toy is saying somebody. For the reason that I don't believe the two toys on top of Mickey Mouse are too weighty to make the button active, I don't know what's going on here. Number 13. Sweet Tooth from the Twisted Metal series on PlayStation can be familiar to older gamers. This toy replica appears to be as insane as the clown character on which it is based. It does strange things no matter when its owner reaches for it. Despite the fact that the battery for its remote control has been taken away or off from the position occupied, it goes on making this sound. The only explanation I can think of is that the person who created this video is the owner of another car and thus two controllers. Perhaps the batteries were removed from one controller and a second remote is being played a prank by him. If not, I'm not sure how this is possible. Number 12. It appears that this spinning Elmo toy is straying from the Sesame Street script. Please visualize being a tiny child and suddenly listening to a supernatural-sounding voice scream at you. Please tell me in the comments if you are aware of what this Elmo toy is supposed to be saying. Perhaps we can contrast with what the original toy says to this video to see if this is a possession or a technical malfunction. Number 10. Number 11. They dash away without saying much else. Obviously, despite the fact that this could have been a post-production sound effect, if they do not write a script for it, it could mean a whole island of possessed dolls following and looking forward to. Number 10. Alright, hear this Buzz Lightyear toy and share with me what you don't understand.
I am Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond.
Despite the fact that it has a deep voice at times, which is odd enough, the real issue is
his AAA batteries died, people.
Surprisingly, a toy based on a film about toys coming to life appears to have become lively itself. The toy becomes more twisted and deranged when he records it for longer periods of time.
To infinity and beyond.
Oh God.
This collectible toy is the property of a YouTuber named Jobian Videos, and I seem to have little reason to feel uncertain about his claims. Having said that, we are not shown that the AAA batteries are not working by Jobian Videos. They could have been put in another device to show that they are depleted by him. I've also heard that toys can retain a small charge at times even after the batteries have died. However, given the length of this video, I suspect that is what is going on here. Number 9. Despite the fact that it is thought that this toy sings the alphabet, the description states that children are startled with a deep voice by it instead. Even if this is simply due to low batteries, the timing is peculiar. This toy always appears to malfunction just before the final letter of the alphabet. Please listen to this section and let me know if you can hear a deep voice say something like "Hey." Number 8. First and foremost, I'd like to warn anyone wearing headphones that the following clip is quite loud. According to Sapphire Rose, a YouTuber, her toy bird has been acting strangely recently. Most of the time, despite the fact that it plays happy pre-recorded bird noises as it should, it occasionally sounds like this.
This. Oh my god! Why is he doing this?
Sapphire Rose also claims that the bird will occasionally make an even louder shriek that seems that it came straight from the underworld. However, she was unable to record it on that particular day. Despite the fact that some people commented that her toy simply needs new batteries, if that's the case, I can't help but am curious about the reason it sounds completely normal at times and other times bear resemblance to being controlled by an evil spirit. Number 7. It seems that this video starts with a YouTuber named Hallie dithering in the corner while he is filming a toy car on the other end of the room. It's possessed, she claims timidly. She eventually works up the courage to move across the room to get a better look at it. The car's lights are rapidly blinking, and it's making an odd humming noise. It suddenly comes to life.
Did you shut it off? I didn't do anything!
Despite the fact that I don't know whether this is a remote-controlled car or not, I doubt it for the reason that there is no antenna visible. In addition, even though I believe that red buttons can be seen on the back for creating sound effects by me, any of them was not being touched by Hallie. In reality, for the reason that she walked around the room when it switched on by itself, I'm not sure how this took place. Everyone else in the house, she claimed, was sleeping. Please share with me what you believe is taking place in this video. Number 6. Despite the fact that it is believed that this doll cries and crawls on its own, not misshape itself into bone-breaking positions while doing so.
It's legs, and they're like the same foot legs. Aren't they? Oh man, that's bad.
While a stunning family records in awe, the crying piece of plastic goes on popping its limbs out of place. Some commenters believe that this weird occurrence is an early warning sign from malevolent spirits. Personally, I want to know whether this YouTuber experienced any other weird events following this incident. If you have any additional information about this video, or if this is a common defect with this kind of doll, please let me know. Number 5. There are two friends being down in the basement when a third friend decides to take part in them. And the only issue is that this playmate does not be even human.
Hi, it's Huh? Hi, it's Barbie.
What the heck?
As soon as they approach, an old toy phone immediately starts saying hello to them repeatedly. Not only did it switch on by itself, but it appears to be the first time it has been considered in years. This abandoned toy's batteries should have been emptied out a long time ago. According to the video description, they have been listening to loud banging noises in the basement on a regular basis, which is almost certainly the reason they came downstairs in the first place. It's also extremely unsettling that, of all the possible sound effects, it picks to continue saying hi repeatedly. Number 4. Kyle Harrison, a YouTuber, is looking after his toddler in the living room when immediately a toy begins to make weird sounds, seems to be saying something backwards.
I'm gonna have nightmares from this.
Some people listen to backwards chanting, while others listen to a different message. When this video is played at half speed, you are almost likely to listen to a voice say it's near or it's here. Please share with me if you listen to what I'm saying or if you believe that this is just the usual serendipity. Moreover, one person in the comments section claims to own this toy and has never heard it do this, even when the batteries are low. Perhaps someone else has the ability to determine this toy and verify this claim. Number 3. This old crusty doll was bought from some garage sale by a YouTuber named Black Dark Claws. He and his wife began to experience strange feelings simply by being in its appearance, and this is what took place when it was recorded by them one random day. Despite the fact that I suppose this is stop-motion photography, it appears too glossy to be that kind of special effect. Perhaps they were wrapping a thin piece of string around its hand, though that doesn't always look so smooth. If this is a forgery, it is extremely persuasive. Number 2. After listening to a small unidentifiable voice call to them, two siblings just enter their room. They find a strange-looking doll in their toy trunk that neither of them remembers putting there. The doll seems to be still noiseless until one of them approaches it to take it.
It's really creepy.
Despite the fact that they don't know what to make of the toy at this point, look what takes place when they talk about it while it's still there.
Look at its little skinny legs.
That thing is like
I know.
disturbing.
It nearly appears to laugh and kick twice in response to a comment about its legs. And it's as though the toy understands what they're saying and is attempting to play with their minds. Share with me if you believe this could be an early warning sign of a poltergeist in their home. Number 1. There seems to be a father and son ghost hunter team being at an old graveyard in the south. They come across a child's tombstone and begin to work. By planting a stale pinwheel in the ground, the son tries to have a conversation with the deceased child.
If there's a child out here that wants to play with this toy, feel free to make it move.
According to the father, because there is no wind on this night, the pinwheel seems to be unable to move. To demonstrate that there is no wind, he takes a picture of a tall blade of grass next to the tombstone and clearly shows that it is not moving. The gravestone for this child dates from the late 1800s. Maybe pinwheels were extremely common at the time, so it stands to reason that the spirit would be ecstatic and eager to play. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a new video every day. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of my other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy.